Hey, this is Thomas with the Parkway. Going to first discuss how our care fees work. So essentially, after an individual deposits, we'll then set up an assessment. The assessment is done to determine the care fees. So you have your base rent, which is going to cover what's included in that individual building. So independent living, assisted living, or memory care. So after that, then the assessment is done by the wellness director or one of the coordinators. It's based off the national point system. So an individual who's going in to do the assessment, they're going to ask questions like, do you need bathing assistance? Do you need dressing assistance? Just what your care is, hearing aids, whatever the case may be. Each of those individual things is given a point value. So those point values are then added up at the end of the assessment for everything that individual is needing help with or assistance thereby. So the care points are then multiplied by a dollar figure. So you've got the 50 points or $50 per point in the independent living. You've got the 12 for the assisted living and $14 for the memory care. So after multiplying those points that are added up by that dollar figure, that gives you your care fees, which are then going to be added to your rent cost or your rate. Those combined is going to equal your total cost for our senior living per month. So now we'll discuss kind of why we don't do the all-inclusive cost. We don't want to charge someone this high rate, $7,000, $8,000 for this care that they may or may not be receiving. So an individual comes in and they're only needing help with a couple things, whether it be dressing and bathing, and then you have another resident who is pretty much total care. We don't want to charge the person who's only needing assistance with a couple different things this higher rate just to cover the cost of the low functioning person who's needing help with everything virtually. So it's just not fair. So we go by the a la carte system. The residents will only ever pay for the care they're actually receiving. So if they're needing bathing and dressing, maybe escorting for instance, that's all that they're going to be paying for. They're not going to be paying for two-person transfers, peg tubes, PICC lines. Like if the second person who is a higher care, if they're receiving those things, that's what they're going to pay for. They're going to pay for those things that they are receiving from the community and our staff. And so their rate for their care fees is going to be more expensive than that person who is maybe higher functioning. So we never want to charge that all-inclusive rate because we don't ever want individuals paying for the care they're not receiving. So that's kind of our synopsis here from Parkway. Thanks.